Have you heard of what a 7-figure mentor is? It's someone who generates $1 million a year in profit. An 8-figure mentor is someone who reaches $10 million. Today we have a multi-9-figure mentor with us. Yes, the person who has helped me take my businesses to levels they've never reached before. And today, you're going to learn about his biggest failures, his greatest challenges.
I'm in a rat race. I'm a pawn in this world to this company. They don't value me. They don't give what for me. And I'm like, this sucks.
His deepest personal insights.
Maybe my mom sponsored a big leader and she got excited that night and 9 months later I was born.
Is the sex important for you in order to get success?
What?
And how he's taken his business to the next level.
Superhuman strength happened when you need it most. So for me, I don't know how I did it, but I needed to do it because I needed to get the hell out of my job.
You'll find out what kind of people he doesn't tolerate in his organization and which leaders he never wants to work with.
When you do good, someone always complains. Some people just like, you just want to wake up.
Today you're going to hear the story of someone who started from scratch in Australia and came to Los Angeles to conquer the United States and the entire world. So if you want to learn how to take your business to a level it's never been before, this is your moment. Welcome to Millionaire Attitude.
Hi guys, here we are in Millionaire Attitude, and in this new segment we're going to introduce you one of the biggest mentors that I have ever had in my entire career, and this guy has had a lot of influence in my result, and I am really happy that finally all of you can meet him. So we are going to talk tonight with Mr. CHONG. Hi Chad, how are you doing?
Hey guys, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for inviting me here today.
Thank you for coming to Ecuador. I am really happy to have you here. Tell me, what are your thoughts on Ecuador?
You know what? I love this country. I love traveling. And especially today after the event we have, I'm falling in love more with this country. It's just amazing to be here.
What did you like most from Ecuador so far?
Just the people. You know, when I go to every country, especially in this career we're in, we're in the people business, right? So even in a handshake or hug, I have this ability to just feel the person. And in this country especially, the people's just so warm. Which
Nice.
attracts me to this country more.
Oh, pretty cool. But I think that all Latam is pretty much similar, right?
You know what? Yes and no, but maybe it's because the type of people you attract.
Oh.
So props to you too, man.
Okay. Latinos are more similar to Asian or American?
I would say in my career and in my experience, it's closer to Asian people because I feel, in my experience, again, Latinos have similar values to Asian, meaning that in Asia, once someone turns 18, they still want to stay with their families.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in the Western culture, Americans, once someone turns 18, their culture is to leave the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, once you're 18, you're out of the house, you survive by yourself. But in the Asian culture, and especially, when we build in the Latino culture, there's a lot of, brand ambassadors saying that, my goal is to take care of my parents.
Oh.
I'm not saying that Americans don't say that,
Yeah.
but generally as a whole, we see the Asian culture having the parents stay in the house and Latinos having the parents stay with them.
Yes.
So
yes.
it's very similar in that way. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting to know. Okay, and I am pretty sure that people would love to know who is Chad. Why you know all this Asian culture, Australian culture, Europe culture, American culture, and now Latino culture. Who is Chad? Where are you from? Let's start from the beginning.
Who is Chad? Okay. Well, I have a very interesting upbringing. I was born in Malaysia. I'm the youngest of 4. So I have 3 other siblings. They are 9, 10, and 11 years older than me. So there's a huge gap between me and my siblings.
Okay.
Sometimes
you were the accident.
yeah, sometimes my parents say I'm the accident or the mistake or the oops, And one of the jokes I say, because my parents in network marketing as well, back then, and in this industry, we will always love to recruit a big leader or big fish. And a joke that I say sometimes that could be true. I don't have to ask my mom, but I don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. It's like maybe my mom sponsored a big leader and she got excited that night, and 9 months later I was born. I don't know if it's true or not, but maybe. We all want to land that big fish, that big leader. But so at the age of 8, right, my siblings were 17, 18, and 19, and my parents wanted to give our family a better life. Like, most parents want their kids to have a better life. So they decided to migrate to Australia. So at the age of 8, migrated to Australia.
Because you were in Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Okay.
So first 8 years, Asian culture. From 8 to 28, lived in Australia, did all my schooling in Australia. So Western culture, Australian culture. And from 28 to now, I'm 44, so you can do the maths. I lived in Los Angeles, California. So I've been able to live in so many different cultures. And especially in this industry, more or less we live in our suitcase. So being able to build my business globally and understand all different cultures. And because we are in the people business, I feel that the best thing you can do is listen and learn people's culture.
Okay. Well, so you were born in Malaysia, then you go to Australia since you are pretty young, 8 years old, right? And then you study in Australia. You graduate in Australia. Okay. But you're an entrepreneur. Was that all your life, or you did what we are supposed to do, like finish the school and go to get a job? How was your history in terms of starting getting money?
Yeah, you know what? Australia is a great country. Education system there's great. So we have, as Australians, the education system is great. So I went through the whole education system. So you get a lot of people going through the education system, getting great jobs, going through school. So generally speaking, having people outside the norm in Australia is not normal, right? Which means that it's unusual that I am in the network marketing industry, right? So I guess your question is, how did I come out of the norm and do this industry?
Let's go first with, what did you do? I mean, did you do the normal thing?
Yes.
Okay.
So I went to school.
Okay.
My grades weren't so good initially. I went to an amazing university called Sydney University.
In Australia?
In Australia.
Okay.
I grew up in Sydney. And in Sydney University, I was able to major in computer science, information system, and mathematics, which are 3 great things. From there, I went out into the workforce, did really well, enjoyed my job, doing what everybody was doing, all my friends were doing. And one thing about Australia is our minimum wage is pretty high. So everybody get paid pretty well in Australia.
Okay.
On average. And life was good, right?
Oh.
Wasn't really thinking of doing anything else. One thing that we do have in Australia is normally between leaving university and getting a job, many people take a year off to enjoy life. Australians work hard and play hard. So normally we take a year off to enjoy life. But unfortunately, I didn't get that chance because I was fortunate enough to have a company help me through paying for my last year university. So I worked for them for 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
And after doing that, I actually took 2 years off work to play golf. I love golf, so I traveled around the world to play golf.
Okay.
And during those 2 years off, I gave myself a goal to try to become a professional golfer,
Okay.
which I didn't accomplish, right? Because I didn't have the diligence to become a professional golfer.
Okay.
And then I went back to the workforce. I went back workforce, and I worked for a company called Adobe. And if you know Photoshop, PDF, that's the Adobe I work for Australia and New Zealand.
Oh, cool.
And if I was to go back to get a job, I would go back to work for them because that is an amazing company. We had a games room. They just really looked after the employees. So I was a typical person that worked a 9 to 5. There's a picture of me that Natita had and my wife in my little cubicle
Yeah. Yeah.
on the front of the computer
No.
with pictures of my wife, my family, like this, like in a cubicle. Yes, 9 to 5. Well, it wasn't really 9. It was longer than 9 to 5, but yes.
Oh, that's pretty amazing. So you had a good job.
Yep.
You had a good position in a good company.
Yep.
Why you became an entrepreneur?
You know what's interesting, and that's a good question. Why did I come out of the so-called box, right? I guess in our society, in my opinion, everybody fights so hard to have, I would say, a job like what I had, right? I was paid, I guess in a lot of people's opinion, really well, okay? I would say I was paid really well at Adobe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a really well paid job. So a lot of people would fight for what I had.
So you're already a kid, what people call success.
As an employee.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right. The role that I was in was a very unique role. So of all of Australia and New Zealand, they would only choose, I think there was only 3 positions for that role.
Okay.
Right. It's a very specific role. So I was very fortunate to get that role. That's why I was paid really well. So how did I get out of it? Well, every person will have a turning point in their life. For the listeners out there, how do you get that turning point? Well, what I tell people is you got to be in the game. You got to just live life and look for more, and it will show up if you keep looking for it. And how it happened for me is very simple. At that time, I was dating my now wife, Natita.
Okay.
And love will make you do crazy things, listeners. As you know that. Love will make you do crazy things. Come on, Gustavo. You've probably done some crazy things out there, but love will make you do some crazy things. And I was dating Natita, and my parents has always been in network marketing.
Okay.
I have always kind of done network marketing, always kind of. Like, my parents have been doing it. They're running for positions. I've been part of their downlines, not really doing it, but doing it, using the products. So I've always been involved, but not really involved. Kind of like part-time.
Yeah.
But not really part-time, kind of like that. So I was dating Natita. She lives in Los Angeles. I live in Sydney, Australia. And I'll use my holidays to go see her.
You were dating, but she was in LA, and you were in Australia.
Long distance.
How the hell were you dating?
A long distance.
Really?
Because during my 2 years playing golf, right, I had freedom.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
during the 2 years, I was traveling playing golf. So I played less golf and spent more time with Natita.
Now it makes sense, but
Now it makes
you
sense.
didn't.
Yeah, because I spent more time with Natita than playing golf. Okay. So my 2 years was up, and then I went back to the workforce.
Okay.
Right. So so those 2 years was playing golf and having fun with Natita and dating Natita and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, while I was working for Adobe, we continued, dating and doing the long distance. I'll use my holidays to go see Natita. So my turning point was when I wanted to go see Natita again. We had to meet up for, I think, her friend's wedding or for something. I can't remember. I went into the office. I still remember this. Went into my boss's office. And I said, can I please apply for this leave because I need to go back to Los Angeles? And he said no.
Oh, shit.
And I still have the feeling right now. Like right now, I just got goosebumps right now.
Okay.
And I still see, you can see the goosebumps, right? I still see his face right now. My boss, I still see his face. And I was like, that moment when he said no to me, and I still feel it right now, my whole world just collapsed. Okay. From me being in the best job, that's what I thought the best job, best life, I just went, F. I'm in a rat race. I'm a pawn in this world to this company.
Yeah.
They don't value me. They don't give what for me. Yeah. And I'm like, this sucks. Yeah. So my whole world just crashed because I was in this relationship with Natita that was my future. And I looked at this guy and I was like, who the hell are you to say no?
To tell me no to my future.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? Screw you. I walked out of the office and I said, I need to replace this income here. I need to replace this income and leave this job for life. So I got paid really well. And I said, how can I replace this income while still working here as fast as possible? And guess what? Network marketing.
Oh.
Right?
So if we bottom line, you became an entrepreneur because of love.
Because of love.
Okay.
Because of necessity. And I'm not really a thinker in a way. I just said, I need to get A. How do I get A as fast as possible? And what A was to get out of Adobe and get to Natita ASAP.
Okay.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
So listeners, if you need something right now, how fast can I get there?
Okay.
And for me, I needed to get out of my job, but I needed to replace my income.
Okay.
Pack my bags and get to Los Angeles.
Okay.
And I was paid really well, like I said earlier. And I couldn't leave my job because I need to get the money.
Uh-huh.
So I couldn't get another job because I'm still stuck in Australia.
Uh-huh.
So, and I said earlier, my job was not 9 to 5. It was 40 plus hours a week.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was in a great position and I said it was only like 3 or 4 people in that position. So I was working a lot.
Okay.
So what can I do part-time to make income? And it was only network marketing.
Why? And I am asking why because I have talked to a lot of entrepreneurs and, some of them go for tech industry, other real estate industry, and other take like, I don't know, imports or whatever. But why for you network marketing was like, this is the option for me?
Because I seen my parents do it.
Oh.
Right? Because my parents has always done network marketing.
Okay.
Right? So I've seen them do it. I've seen success through it. And I know it works because I've seen other people succeed. Right? In other industries, like you mentioned, tech or whatever, those people have done it. They're not going to teach you.
Yeah.
They're not going to be like, hey, let me teach you how I make money.
Yeah, true.
Right? I made an iPhone. Let me teach you how to make a B phone. Right?
Yeah.
And because my parents has been doing it and they've made money, they've helped other people succeed in network marketing.
Okay.
And this model of network marketing is for you to win, you have to help other people win. Mm-hmm. I go, okay, it's happened. Now, there's a saying, when a student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Yeah.
I
true.
was ready.
Oh.
I was ready.
Okay.
Because I needed to get to Natita straight away. Oh. Right? So that turning point was the turning point of my life. And I had a big amount of money I needed to get to replace. Guess what happened, Gus?
What?
6 weeks later, I quit my job at Adobe.
No, you're kidding me. 6 weeks?
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
6 weeks.
How did you do it?
There's the saying people get superhuman strength when they need it, right? You go Google it up. There's evidence of, let's say, if a car turned over and there's someone that you love gets stuck, you find a way to get them out. Superhuman strength happened when you need it most. So for me, I don't know how I did it, but I needed to do it because I needed to get the hell out of my job. I did it in 6 weeks.
That's super powerful what you just said right now because it's true.
Right?
But you know what's funny? Most of the leaders, entrepreneurs, and businessmen that I know usually lose focus for a woman. For a woman, you find the focus for a woman.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, every birthday, I prayed for two things.
Okay.
The first thing I prayed for was to slam dunk a basketball. True, I did it when I was 16.
Okay.
And the second thing I prayed to God is find me a good wife, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then when I met Natita, he gave me something better than what I prayed for.
Oh.
Right? So when me and Natita met, I knew that this was it. And then when I had this obstacle of my job, I said, I'm not going to lose her. The viewers might be saying, okay, how come Natita didn't come to Australia?
Yeah.
You know what? She did come to Australia many times.
Okay.
And she said, hey, I love Australia,
Okay.
but my preference is Los Angeles. And I said, I don't care. So I said, but you know what? I love Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a beautiful city. So I said, I'm going to go to Los Angeles.
Okay.
Because I want to make her happy, right?
Yeah.
They said, happy wife, happy life. So, 6 weeks later, I packed my bags and I've been there ever since I was 28. I'm 44. Do the maths.
Oh my goodness. What a history.
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, you decide to go entrepreneur part-time, 6 week, you replace your full-time income with the part-time income, and then you quit.
Quit. Never again being an employee.
Okay, so you haven't been an employee for 20 plus years, 26?
Yeah. So I quit my job when I was 28.
Okay. Oh, cool. Then you quit and you go full-time entrepreneur.
Full-time, not being an employee. Because during that time, just because I didn't have a job doesn't mean I was a full-time entrepreneur.
What do you mean?
A lot of people make a mistake that because you don't have a job doesn't mean you're an entrepreneur. Because a lot of people's lazy. Like,
Yeah.
me too. I made mistakes where I'm an entrepreneur because I don't have a job, but I've been lazy. I made money in this industry and I just go cruise control and not build my business and watch my income go down. A lot of people go through cycles in their business, and I've been through down cycles where I thought I made it. I'm, the big leader, and I just put my foot off the paddle and thought my business would just cruise and everything crashes.
Oh, okay. So, have you ever been broke before?
You know what? Network marketing has made me broke, has made me rich. I've met people, and I've met some of the richest broke network marketing leaders ever.
Oh, shit. I know what you're talking about, but maybe people don't know. What do you mean by that?
This industry is great, but
Yeah.
sometimes it feeds the ego of the individual, meaning that they come from very little, which is why I love this industry, because it helps people from very little. Mm-hmm. But money changes people.
Okay.
Right? It changes people that from nothing to a lot, and money can change people, and unfortunately, sometimes it changes them for the worse.
Okay.
And they lose their self in that process. And in that process, when they lose themselves, they can lose their team and also lose all their money.
Yeah.
And then they try to come back into the industry, but the people that they hurt don't want to join them again. So it's hard for them to have success twice. And I'm so thankful that I've had some great mentors help me through this business. And they're so humble. So for leaders out there, I want you to keep humble in this business, because it is a people business. No one made you rich. If you think that, you have to be humble and continue serving the people in your organization. Stay humble.
Okay. So you've been broke
Absolutely.
before making money, or after making money?
Both.
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 Which one is worst?
I'll tell you a story. We were in a company.
Okay.
We hit a top rank, made the biggest check. And in that company, the comp plan, and this is where I learned of different types of comp plan. And I learned that this comp plan is not a very sustainable long-term comp plan.
Uh-huh.
And I learned it the hard way. So from that point on, I'll never join a company with that kind of comp plan. and I'm not gonna say it on this podcast what type of comp plan, but I've learned that to have a sustainable comp plan, you have to look for different kind of designs that is created for longevity. But anyway, in that company, Nati and I, we hit some of the top ranks, had some great income, but there wasn't that longevity piece in it. And every month, the check got less and less and less. But the way we were, because we were the top ranked, we had to give this impression that we were making all this money, which we weren't, because of our title, right?
Yeah.
And I still remember that we had to pretend, which we hated. And that facade, which is kind of the bad side of the network marketing. And I remember we had 5 credit cards. First card maxed out. Second card maxed out. Third card maxed out.
Shit.
And we're praying to God, come on, please God. Nati and I were working harder. I saw her less. We had to go to different meetings and we were just fighting. And then the 4th card maxed out. And it started creeping in my head. Do I need to get a job? Do I need to go back to get a job?
Oh, shit.
And that's the last thing I want to do, to get a job, because getting a job means not seeing Natita, right? And literally on the 5th and final credit card, I had like probably one more swipe available. God answered our prayers and we were able to find an opportunity to pull us out of that hole. And that opportunity came at the right time that led us to the biggest victory in our careers.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Which is kind of crazy that it happened that way. From the lowest point in our career, that overnight became the highest point in our career.
4 credit cards max out just for pretending.
Yeah.
How many leaders do you know, and you know a lot, that keep their lives pretending something that they are not?
I don't know a specific number, but I would say, you know, as we meet prospective leaders who want to be part of By Design, they share their history of how much money they've made.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't even afford to start with $1,000.
Shit.
Right? And I feel bad for them.
Yeah, of course.
And some of them say, can you give me money to start? And I'm thinking to myself, wow, like, I feel bad for them. You know? One of my passions in this industry, Gus, is not about making money, right? That's incredible, but it's teaching leaders to keep money.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And I shared this with you from the beginning.
Yes.
Because, I mean, I'm so happy when I see your house, what you've done, right? When I see this, I'm so blessed. Even with the leadership that you created. When the last time I was in Ecuador, went to Marcel's house.
Yeah.
I cried. I prayed for his house, right?
Yeah.
It was just incredible that you created that for him. Like, you opened the door for him because you called him, right?
Yeah.
But it's about keeping it. You know, making money, in my opinion, is easy.
Okay.
But keeping it is tough.
Oh, that's powerful.
Keeping it's tough. The fact that you paid all this with cash, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. I learned from you, bro.
Because network marketing is different to the rest of the world. It's totally different. There's different money principles for network marketing. that I've shared some with you. I have a totally different formula of money principles in network marketing.
Yes.
And that's important for people in this industry to understand that we have different formulas to survive. And that's my passion, really, for all the big leaders out there.
So you have met a lot of new leaders, successful leaders, made a lot of money, and go broke.
Yes.
But that means that the industry works, the company works, the compliance works. But why do you think they don't work, even though they make money? What's the most common mistake you see in entrepreneurs? Okay, let's go like this. Because you have a really good networking. So with the friends that you have, what's the common mistakes that you have seen in entrepreneurs? And what's the most common mistakes that you have seen in networkers?
Okay. The common mistake I see in entrepreneurs is timing and location, right?
What do you mean?
Timing and location in entrepreneurs, I guess, depending on the product or service they sell. If it's real estate is about location, yes. Right? But also about timing, right? If it's depending on the economy that we're in.
Yeah.
In network marketing, the biggest thing is timing.
Yeah.
Okay. The biggest thing is also the trend.
Okay.
I'm biased, obviously, because By Design started a new type of network marketing.
Yeah. Okay.
I've done this for 26 years, second generation. And the evidence out there by looking at the top earners in network marketing, if you look at the top earner list, every year for the last 10, 20 years, there are a bunch. The majority of top earners cannot stay in the same company because how people do business, do commerce today is totally different. People want new things every year. Look at Apple.
Yeah.
Every year, there's a new iPhone. iPhone 15
yes.
now, 16, 17, 18. If you want a new phone, you're not going to buy an iPhone 10. Yeah. You're going to wait for the iPhone 16. So we are conditioned to want what's new. That's how we condition. My first network marketing company still sells the same products from 26 years ago. So if I was going to recruit you, Gus, would you want to buy a cream from 26 years ago?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
It's not sexy.
Yeah.
Right? People want new. People want what's next, not what's yesterday.
Yes. Right.
And if you look at the patterns out there, right? For majority of people, it's very hard to build incomes that people want. Meaning, I'm not talking about incomes of $500, $1,000. Those incomes are sustainable for like nutritional products or basic products, which there are companies out there that you can. I'm talking about elite incomes, right? The ones that people are striving for. When I started network marketing, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 a year was crazy.
Really?
It was crazy. Okay, remember, earlier you laughed at me because there was no internet when I started. You're laughing at me, right?
That's
like,
true.
No internet? Like, what? All right. There's no computers. Like, my downline was email. Oh, no email. Was sent to me in the mail, and you have to put it down on the floor to see your downline.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. They mail you a piece of paper in a printout. Your downline, you looked at it on a piece of paper like 2 weeks after cycle closed.
Oh my goodness.
So back then, like $40,000 a year was crazy. And then $40,000 a month was crazy. And then the needle kept on moving. Then $100,000 a year was crazy.
Yeah.
Then $100,000 a month was crazy.
Yeah.
Then $500,000 a year was crazy.
Uh-huh.
Then $500,000 a month was crazy. Then $1 million a year was crazy. So the needle kept on moving,
Yes.
right?
That's true.
And our family was able to succeed in so many companies, but not for a very long time because the world was changing. Mm-hmm. And I sat back and looked at this and said, the industry has to change. We needed a paradigm shift for this industry to continue because commerce, people's buying patterns was changing, and network marketing need to change to feed the spending patterns of people. And that's the by design concept. Like today, we launched so many new things, and the crowd, the customers that came, the new people, they wanted what we had next. And they were crazy. And your brand ambassadors who brought customers, they wanted the products that was this year, and they want the products that's coming out next year.
Yes, it's true.
No company that I know of in network marketing in the last 5 years have come out with new upgraded products every year, multiple products every year, like by design.
Yes, it's true. It's true. Yeah. Okay. And congrats on that. So going back, you start, you can replace your income, you become successful, you made a lot of money, you hit a good position, then it starts to drop, and you start to explode in the credit cards. You broke. And I think that a lot of entrepreneurs that are watching this podcast and this show, maybe right now are in that moment. But obviously you could overcome that situation. How? If you had to write a manual, a system, or how to overcome being broke, what would be that system, that manual, that follow step by step?
Okay, number one, you got to get over yourself. I think for most people, they live in a past, and it's so hard for them to get over themselves, meaning that just get over your past success.
Okay.
You know, when I meet
Your past success or your past failure?
your
or
past
both?
success, meaning that don't let ego stop you from
Okay.
receiving new success.
Oh.
Because some people
Powerful.
come so proud, like, you know who I am. I used to be blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you used to be, bro.
So just get over yourself. Stop talking about your past, because if your
Okay.
past was so good, you wouldn't be broke right now, bro. Right?
Oh.
You know what I mean? So just get over yourself. Humble yourself down. Okay? Go to 10 people and ask them, what do you really think of me? Listen to them. They will give you clues how to be a better version of you. And when you can be a better version of you, you can rebuild again. Because if you rebuild the same version of yourself, you're going to come back to the same spot, right? So my manual, or what I would suggest to people who is back to square one, broke again, is just get over yourself, number one. Listeners, if you are back to square one, get over yourself.
And you mean in that one, humble yourself.
Right?
Okay.
Seek help, right? Don't be so big that you won't do the little things, right?
Okay.
And find someone with real results. The challenge with internet right now and Instagram and all that, you don't know if they're real.
True. Yeah.
You know, one of my students in the past that I mentored, this is pretty funny, okay? I told him, do not get financial advice from a financial advisor if they have less money than you, okay?
It sounds logic.
So I have my personal financial advisor.
Yeah.
He manages, I think right now his portfolio, I think it's $15 billion. That's how much he manages, okay? This is my personal, yeah. He's
Billion. You said billion.
$15 billion. Billion, okay? So the gentleman that I was mentoring, I introduced to him a while ago, and I didn't know they started talking. So he wanted him to also manage his money. This is not network marketing, okay? This is a private banker. What I didn't realize, after that, he called me up. He goes, hey, your friend wanted to look at my personal banking account. So this MLM guy that I'm mentoring asked to look at his personal bank account
To see if he has the
to see if
results.
he has more money than
Like
him.
him. But it was following
He
the
was following
instruction.
instructions, right? Because
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is a young guy who's a networker, right?
Oh,
And he
God.
went to this banker who's not a networker and
Yeah.
said, "Show me your bank account." And he actually did. Right? He actually
my
did.
goodness. Yeah,
because he
yeah,
was
yeah.
referred to me, so he was like, "Okay." So think about it. This is an American guy, right? Opens the bank account for this networker to show him
Yeah.
personal bank account.
Awkward
So,
situation for
awkward.
the banker. But
But anyway,
your student was following the instructions.
following instruction.
Yeah.
So seek advice.
Okay.
Right? From
Okay.
someone that has real results. Don't go on Instagram and look at all that. Go seek advice. Go to the house. Look at the real results. Because real results don't lie. You know, one of my mentors who's made over $100,000 in network marketing, he did something that I learned from, right? We were looking at a leader.
Okay.
The leader invited us to the house. Before going to the house, you know what the guy did? My mentor did? Put the address in Google
Okay.
to find out who the real owner was.
Really?
And it wasn't the leader of the prospect invited me, which is really good, right?
Uh-huh.
So now you know. So if he didn't do that, I would have walked into the house and go, "Wow, this guy is rich."
Yeah.
But it wasn't his house.
And you have a lot of
Right?
crap like that.
That's a fake guy trying to
Yeah.
pretend that is real.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful out there to make sure that you're following real leaders.
And to be real, that's the most of the people.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. And so number one is humble yourself. Number two is align yourself with real leaders.
Uh-huh. Seek help. Seek for help.
Seek for
Yeah.
help. And number three is make sure that you go into a vehicle or opportunity that is long-term.
Okay.
Long-term meaning is legal.
Uh-huh.
Long-term meaning that you see opportunity, that you see growth,
Uh-huh.
that you don't have to rebuild again, right? The biggest thing about our industry is I'm tired of rebuilding, because when you get in this industry, it's not a job 9 to 5. You put your heart and soul into it, and you don't want to keep rebuilding, right? I had to do it multiple times, and you don't join a company. It's tiring.
Yeah.
It's tiring, right? So step one, humble yourself. Step two, align yourself with leader who's real,
Yeah.
that have the real results.
Uh-huh.
Get into a vehicle that is legitimate, that is legal. And the last thing is put your head down. Don't care about yesterday. Work for tomorrow. And don't lift up your head till you're breathing again. Meaning that you're in a better position
That you were.
That you were.
Oh, that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Basically, after all of the after all the
you know
three
what? I'll
steps.
add one more.
Okay.
One more that I learned from my wife. At our biggest success, one thing she always did was she always worked like she was broke. Even though at our biggest success, like biggest ever success, she was working like we're broke.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. And she's told you that many times. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I remember when I started working with you. Thank God and thank your guidance, I started making more money than I have ever made. And your advice was, don't look your bank account.
Yeah.
Why?
Like I said earlier, money can...
Because we right now you just give some nuggets that I feel is gold for people who maybe are struggling and having a bad time. But we also have in this show people looking that are in their best moment, in their best time, and they are like having the best checks of their careers. Okay, when I start reaching those levels, you told me, Gus, don't look at your bank account. Why?
Our mentality ever since forever is to never reach our goals. Okay. And listeners out there, you'd be like, never reach your goal. That's kind of weird, right?
Sounds real.
Sounds weird, right?
Yeah.
Because when you reach your goal, you stop. Okay. Think about Olympian. Okay. The Olympian, their goal is to get a gold medal.
Yeah.
Okay. So you train your butt off. If it's swimming, you swim every day till you go to Olympics. So let's say, not this Olympics, but let's say that the Olympics in 2028 is in Los Angeles.
Okay.
So let's say you're a swimmer. From now to 2028, you work every day like crazy.
Yeah.
You don't eat fatty food. You don't eat chocolate. You're training your body to be the best for the gold medal.
Yeah.
Okay. You win the gold medal. Then what happens? You eat chocolate. You stop. So you reach your goal.
That's
and
true.
everything's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go read up on space people. They train their body to go to space. And they come back down, they get depressed because they already reached their goal. This professional network marketing, our goal is to help people, right? So when you start looking at your bank account, you might feel that, oh, I reached there. Oh, I made 100,000. Oh, I made $1 million. I reached it. I made my money. But people depend on you because what are you doing? You're recruiting people.
Yeah.
So you're giving them a vision to be successful like you. So if you stop, you're giving them a fake promise.
Yeah.
Look
true.
at me. Look at my house. You can have it too, but you stop working.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like being fake, which I hate. So Natina and I, when we were at our top income level, when we were number 4 in the whole world, number 1 millennial in the world, we had more responsibility because we had more people around the world, literally. So we didn't want to look at our bank account because we need to help more people, more responsibility. We told you not to look at your bank account because there's more people relying on you, Gus.
Okay.
That's why you don't look at your bank account. So we tell people, never reach your goal, raise the bar. So if your goal is to make $100 extra a month, when you get to $90, make it to $200. If your goal is to make $1,000 extra a month, when you get closer, change it to $1,500. Keep on raising the bar because in this industry is about helping other people. And if you feel that you raise your goal, guess what? Someone's going to lose.
Yeah.
And they join this business because of you and it's not fair on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you don't want to help people, don't join this industry.
Oh, that's hard. But
That's the point.
yeah. Okay. Sounds cool, sounds intelligent, and sounds easy, but it's not that easy when you are in the track of your success. What I have seen in a lot of entrepreneurs is that they hit their goal and that's it. And that's what you said. Yeah. Okay. And you tell me, okay, Gus, keep rising the bar. Keep rising the bar. But how? How you could, I mean, you have a gorgeous mansion in LA. You live the life that everybody would have to live. You spend time with your kids. You can go to school. You can pick them up. You have all the luxury that a human being could possibly imagine. But your work ethic is crazy. And you always are like raising the bar. And every single time that I talk to you, is like, hey, Gus, we're going to buy this jet. Hey, Gus, we're going to do this. Hey, Gus, we're going to launch this. Hey, Gus, I make this deal with this vendor or whatever. For me, it's like, this guy doesn't stop. But how can you keep in that traction, in that mood, in that ring?
You know what? As you were saying that, I'm like, how do I do this? It's crazy. I'm like, how do I do that?
Maybe I'm high. I don't know.
I don't know. But you know what? I joined this. I started being a professional networker for love, right? Many people join this because they need to make money, right? But people might join for money, but they stay for a passion, for a cause.
Oh, that's
Right.
powerful. That's powerful.
My cause ever since I started for this was for something greater than money.
Okay.
And I think when Nati and I had this vision of By Design, it was sent to us from God. Like he put it into our heart to start a network marketing company. Because prior to By Design, we never owned a company, right? We were networkers.
Yeah.
And as a networker, we talk about Robert Kiyosaki, 4-quadrant ESBI, right? Never be a business owner. And obviously, we own a business, which is a network marketing business, right? We get paid last if we get paid. So we, right? We preach this on stage for 20 plus years, don't own a business.
Yeah.
And the only reason why we're doing this is because we've been blessed in this industry. This industry has blessed us, and God put it in our soul and our heart that we need to create a vehicle because we didn't see any out there to bless this industry back, to bring amazing people like you, Gus, and a lot of amazing people out there that needs a home so that we can carry on this legacy of this industry. Because I'm telling you, this industry, I can see it dying if they don't change, because the world's changing, but this industry needs to change.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's been 5 years right now, and people seeing what By Design is doing, and there's a lot of people following our way.
Yes.
And they're following us, which is great. It's showing that this vision that God put into us is
working.
real.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
real.
working.
It's working. So it's, to me, I'm so happy that other people is copying us
Yeah.
to show that this has to be the way now.
Yes.
It has to be right. Like when Apple stopped producing the MP3 player, people made fun of that iPhone. They think, oh, well, guess what? Everybody's copying that way.
Yeah.
So for us, why is because this passion of helping people will never stop, because there's a person being born every day. There's a person that needs help every day. There's stupid people out there making stupid mistakes, right?
Every day.
Every day. And there's people needing help every day. And I feel that it is my responsibility to make By Design better, to be that safety net for everyone out there to find a home. But you know what? People leave By Design too. Just because we're here doesn't mean that they can succeed, because they still need to work. People who go to Harvard University is not guaranteed a job. They still need to go out there and prove themselves.
Yes.
So you come to By Design, it might be great, but you still need to prove yourself.
That's powerful. That's powerful. Okay. In all the time that I have met you, one of the lessons that I have learned from you is that you are a result from your environment, and you always talk about who you surround with, who you talk with, which brings me to one question is, why do you live where you live right now? Because you live in one of the best areas, not only of LA, not only of USA, but in the world. Why?
You know, your network is very important. You know, one of the things I said in the event today, Gus, is that you need to protect the 6 inches between your ears, your brains, right? What people say to you, what you listen to. And a lot of people take advice from the wrong person. And the way I say it so easily today on the event is, how many people want to live in a nicer neighborhood?
Yeah.
And everybody put up their hands.
Yes.
Then I say, stop listening to your neighbors. Stop taking advice from your neighbors. And
Makes sense.
It makes sense. So, and I can see from the crowd, is like, they start laughing and go, yeah. Because if you listen to your neighbors, you'll never leave your neighborhood.
Yeah.
So that's a principle that was taught to me in a long time. You got to listen to the people that has what you want. Yeah. So from a very young age, you know, I always wanted to be in the area that will lift me and my family up. So where I'm living now was not always where I lived, right? So how did we start to that neighborhood? Number one, we put our kids in a school in that neighborhood first, right? And once we put our kids in that neighborhood, then we started meeting the parents in the neighborhood. So we built a community, some friends before we moved there.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And as we started building relationships and friendships and started learning from them. How they talk is so different. How they think is so different. So I was being able to be influenced by their thinking and their talking. And you know what? Richer and more influential people are friendlier, especially in this neighborhood.
Interesting.
It's
People
kinda
think is the other
opposite.
way around. Yeah.
Right? I grew up in a neighborhood that wasn't the best, right?
Okay.
And in that neighborhood, everybody kind of fight for themselves,
Yeah.
right? But this neighborhood here, it's kind of like everybody's kind of successful. So they're kind of like a community.
And they
right?
don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah.
So just last weekend, actually, I was sitting down and we were very lucky to meet a superstar NBA player.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, superstar. I don't want to mention name, but I was able to sit down and talk to the mom for an hour. Oh. Right? And the mom was just sharing with me the upbringing of the son, right? Because my kids love basketball. So she shared with me some tips
Yeah.
that I shared to my kids, right? And it was to me like so cool that I get to get a nugget from a all-star Hall of Fame NBA player's mom.
It's from the source.
From the source.
Yeah.
And this little tip, I get to give my son, whether he goes to NBA or not, but it's a little nugget.
Yeah.
It's like the neighbors here, if they wanted to be in MLM, they get a tip from Gustavo Salinas. You know?
Yeah.
Top in the world. Because of the community. Right?
Yeah.
That's the cool thing. So, listeners, if you do whatever it takes, go to the neighborhood you want, because who you surround yourself with gets you closer to where you want to be, right? And the last thing is just don't be fake, right? Because what I found, and I'll give you an example. What I found is that in my experience, the wealthy and well-connected people, they also want to help people.
Oh.
Right? So I was at a birthday party of one of my kids' friends, and this gentleman is super wealthy, like super. He has his own jets, helicopters, so-and-so.
Super worthy.
Super. Like, you know, he has more than one jet and more than one helicopter. So, like, wealthy.
Like super wealthy. Okay.
And he literally said, hey, Chad, come over here. My college friends, high school, I can't remember, they can't get a job or they need more money. Can you tell them about your network marketing? At that time, I was a distributor. I wasn't invited. Can you tell them about the network marketing company you're in?
Oh, really?
So this billionaire has his friends that needs money, and he calls me over to go tell his friends about network marketing.
oh, shit.
You would think opposite, right? You would think like, don't tell my friends about network marketing, or like, Chad's a network marketer, don't come to my house, right?
Yeah.
No. Right? But it's totally opposite. Like, this billionaire is like, help my friends with network marketing.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Rich people know how hard it is to make money,
Yes. True.
knows what it takes to make money,
True.
knows what it takes to lose money,
True.
but broke people don't know.
True. Yeah.
So for me, one of my secrets, what I'm going to tell you right now, I like to recruit people who who's made money.
Okay.
Because one of my memories in my previous company, I had a wealthy businessman pick me up from the airport. And for 1 hour in the car, he was preaching to me about why isn't everybody doing network marketing? Because in my business, he owns a lawn mowing company, a pretty big one in America, pretty big one. His employee was driving to a house to lawn mow, and a truck hits the employee.
Oh.
And now he has to pay for the employees all the damages.
Yeah.
And because of that accident, his insurance company changed the level of insurance. So all his insurance rate has tripled in price.
Oh, shit.
So all the cars in his fleet, insurance goes up. But the worst thing is, it wasn't his fault. Another car hit the car. So his cost of running his business now skyrockets.
Three times more.
Skyrockets.
Yeah.
And he's trying to run this family business that he had for 3 generations.
Oh, shit.
So the whole time he's driving, he goes, everybody needs to do network marketing. You don't understand traditional business is not the way. Network marketing is the way. So this guy, family owned a big business for 3 generations. He's preaching to me.
Yeah.
Everybody has to do network marketing. Everybody has to do the network marketing. So that's why you go to people who understands business.
That's interesting. And that's powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's true.
It's true.
It's true. People who are more afraid to invest in a business are people who have never done that.
They don't know how to make money.
Yeah, and they have no idea,
They have no idea.
and they don't take a risk.
Entrepreneurs mindset who has experience as an entrepreneur, network marketing just makes sense.
Yes.
Like, come on. Your business has done millions of revenue monthly,
Amen.
right?
Yes.
But to start the business is what, a few $100s?
Yeah.
A few $1,000s?
Yeah. Nothing.
Your neighborhood, they've done really well. But how much did they start their business for? Millions. Come on.
Millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, millions. It's true. It's true. Okay, so yeah, that's true. So that brings me to this question.
Yeah.
You've been an entrepreneur for 20 plus years, some of them part-time, some of them full-time. Now you are full-time. What is the hardest thing about being an entrepreneur?
The hardest thing is trying to satisfy the brand ambassadors. You know what's pretty hard because we do a lot of things in the back end, right? We try to make everything work ultimately for your success, right? Because a network marketing company is to create a network.
Yes.
And the creation of the network is from the leadership.
Yes.
And as a corporate side, all we do is to support you guys.
Yes.
Right? And because by design is a little bit different, meaning that every year we grow and improve and upgrade.
Yes. True.
We have to think differently all the time to improve. Like, this year's iPhone is amazing. They have to go, how do I make it better? Then next year they improve it. They'd be like, how am I going to make it better again? So it's not easy, right? So what has been challenging for us is like, today we released some amazing things. Pretty amazing.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, shit, what am I going to do next year? And you don't have to worry about that. I have to.
Yeah, you have to.
I have to. But, that is the most difficult thing is being on both sides, meaning that I have to do all these corporate things and also do all the distributor things, like coming to Quito, doing what I did today,
Yeah.
doing all the meetings. Like, when we were in Bogota, I didn't sleep till 4 a.m. And then after I go back, I have to do all the corporate stuff because at By Design, we have over 150 employees, and one big department that I have, they're waiting for my answers. So I have to go back and answer because they're not networkers, right? They're staff. So they're waiting for my answers.
Because here you're the leader, over there you are the boss.
Yes.
Yeah,
So they need my approval of certain things, sign off. So I have a corporate role and I have a mentorship role. So, and leadership, mentorship, there's no timing. It's like whatever it takes. And it was like 3-4 o'clock, then go back. I have to do my corporate job till whenever. And then our first meeting with one of our crowns was at 9 a.m.
Okay, and here comes one of the questions that I have always wanted to ask you.
Oh,
How can you have so much patience with all the stupid requirements that brand ambassadors sometimes do to you? You know what? I was talking to my inner circle. I was training my leaders, and I was like, guys, I really admire Chad because I've been in the corporate meetings, and sometimes there are some leaders that ask for so stupid things that I don't understand how come Chad don't say get the fuck up. So how did you develop that patience, or what do you think?
You know what? I learned it from Trinita. Because I've been in rooms where the people just ask Trinita the weirdest things, right? And I'm like, I want to learn from Trinita, and I just see in her eyes, and she just swallows, and then she smiles, and then she just like, she just takes it in, and just lets it out, like just let it go over, because our business is about helping people, and those people, they just can't help themselves, and maybe they are in that position because they're that way.
Yeah.
We know some people. I know who you're referring to. Some people are just that way. It's not their fault. They're just that way, right? Okay. And in network marketing, the truth is we take in anybody.
Yeah,
Right?
it's true.
It doesn't matter if you just came out of jail or just came out of Harvard University.
Yeah,
You have a chance in network marketing.
it's true. Yeah.
Right? And that's what I love about this industry. So we cannot, like if you go to McDonald's, they can say no to you. But in network marketing, we can say yes. So my patience come from learning from my mentors. And actually, two of my mentors who's made over $100 million, I've seen that happen. And I've literally seen the dumb question come in, and I've seen it go in, and I've seen it go through their eyes, and I've seen them go F in their head and come out, and they just smile and like just let it go out. Like I've seen it, so I understand. Like okay, so the new Caplets, I'm not gonna say which team, in a private meeting, they asked about how about electric car. And I'm like, yes, no, it doesn't work in electric car. Next question. Like, and that person was serious.
Yeah, I know.
It was serious.
They are concerned. They
Yeah.
are concerned.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, no. So I feel bad. So you smile, you swallow your tongue, and then you just go next. That's how you do it.
Okay.
Because you know why? When you do good, someone always complains, right? So sometimes if you react, someone could talk bad about you.
Yes,
And you don't
it's
want to be
true.
in that position where if you're doing good, you don't want someone to get that moment and paint it wrong. Especially in today, everyone has a cell phone,
Yeah.
right? And Gus, you're a great guy, but you don't want someone to take one moment of a wrong moment and post it around the world
Yes. Yeah.
to put wrong on you.
True.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
One bad moment could be more viral than all
Yes.
your good moments.
Yes. And the worst part is maybe it was taken out of context, right?
Yeah.
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 So just smile, swallow your tongue. Next.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, but that's a lot of personal development.
A lot.
How important is personal development in order to grow a business for you?
For me, extremely important. Thankfully, Natita does it a lot. I'm not gonna lie, she does it way more than her. I cheat, meaning that I listen when she listens, and she takes notes. So I'm
Rob them out.
I copy her notes. Okay? So, that's how I got through school. No, just joking. But that's one thing I love about her. She is a person that's very hands-on. So through listening, she writes a lot of notes. Through books, she does a lot of notes. And between us, we have a little Telegram group that we do a lot of our notes together.
Oh,
So when she pings it in a Telegram group, I read it. So part of my personal development is reading her notes.
Oh, nice.
Right. So that helps me. And like I said, when I fly, I listen to it. When I sleep, I listen to it. So I prefer listening than reading, but my reading is her shortcut notes. So personal development is very important because if you stop growing,
Yeah.
or you stop learning, you stop growing, right? And you can never stop learning because once you stop learning, you think you reached it, you know?
But okay, let's keep it real. And yeah, personal development is important. But you and me know some leaders that reach good positions without personal development. Why?
You know, some people are naturally talented, right?
Yeah, okay.
Right? I mean, like in basketball, if you're 7'5", right, you have a better chance if you're 5'7",
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's some people out there that just have better skills in negotiation, have better skills in communication, in persuasion, right? That are able to get people who have the general skills and the talent of building large teams.
Yeah.
Okay. There's always the exceptions, right? There's always exceptions out there. But in my general mentorship, I say don't focus on exceptions because if you focus on exceptions, it's so hard to train. You got to follow 80%, not 20%.
Yeah.
There's 20% out there's exceptions. You got to follow the rule. And if you train on the rule, you can follow the path to success. But there's always exceptions out there. There's always the freak of natures, which is like, you know, Messi's an exception.
Yeah.
He's one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
Right? So train on what is the rule.
And these guys that without personal development can reach a good position, in your experience, they last?
Some do, some don't. The ones who do, it's all about how much they want to get, right?
Okay.
It's all about are they willing to stop for their goal? Like for me and Atita, our end, there's no end. Just depending what it is. If they're really good at what they're doing and they want more, they will keep on going. There's some people that I've seen who's really good at that. They've already stopped because, you know, they made so much money. They'll be like, okay, I'm done. I can just live off interest now.
And that's
Right?
it?
That's it.
That's it? Yeah. A lot of people just last for a period.
Yeah. It's coming. I've done this for 26 years. There's some names that back in the, wow. And now it's like, who's that guy? Like, you know.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
A lot of hype, short time, disappear.
Done.
Yeah. And
2
it's
years
done.
and done.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the main reasons that why I joined you and I I don't know if it's good to say like let you be my mentor or pick you or winning you as my mentor was that I realized that you were 2 decades of success, solid success. And talking about that, you have made tons of money. I am not going to do an income claim, but you have made a lot of money. And usually when we entrepreneurs make a lot of money, we usually get a little bit stupid with the money. What has been your worst financial decision or investment?
Worst financial investment.
Or decision.
Decision.
I don't know.
So, let me think. Let me think. Worst financial decision. This was early on in our careers. This was before we made crazy money, right? This was when we made a little bit of money. And
But How much is a little bit money for you?
This was, I think, about $50,000 a month.
Okay.
We were driving along the coastline in LA, and my kid, I think we only had 2 kids at that time, saw a car with convertible car.
Okay.
Right. And they said, "Oh, it's so cool. I love the convertible car." So literally next day we bought a convertible BMW.
Yeah.
And we literally next day we did that. We drove with hands up and stuff. And then, normally Asian people don't like the sun because we don't like the sun in our face. So we never used the convertible literally again.
Okay.
And then we sold it like 2 weeks later for half the price. So that was a very bad decision.
No, you're kidding me, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Because, convertibles is small.
Yeah.
So my kids was like really cool. They
Yeah.
loved it. But then we never put it down again. So they were sitting behind like they had no space. So they said, "I don't want to go in that car. There's no space." And we said, "We're not going to put it down."
Yeah.
So it was like a really bad financial decision.
50% of the car you lost in 2 weeks.
No, like next month. Like we just sold, we just
Okay,
it was really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Not
it was
intelligent
like,
decision.
"Hey, let's buy this because the kids want to have fun in it." And they're like, "Oh, not the sun." And then the kids don't want to be in it because they'll be stuck in the back.
Yes.
Yeah, but I still remember the first time we did, it was like, "Yeah, this is cool. The kids can put up their hand." And then that was it.
Okay. And in the opposite, what has been the best financial advice you have received from a mentor?
Let me think. I had so many. The best financial advice I would say is for someone to go full-time in network marketing, you need to save at least 6 months of income of what you earn. Meaning that if what it takes for you to survive is, let's say, $5,000,
Okay.
you need to save $30,000 before you quit your job.
Oh.
Right.
6 months. I
6
used
months.
to do 3.
Yeah. Right. So when that has helped a lot of people, because a lot of people want to quit their job and go full time.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah. And I say no. Don't do it till there's a few principles. So make sure at least 6 months of savings. Make sure that your monthly income from your network marketing replaces your income as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because this industry, your income can be cut off instantly. It's not like, at a job where, it could be slow or whatever. It could be instant. So the best advice is that 6 months, because too many people leave too soon because they think they're going to go diamond tomorrow, right? You just got to make sure you do that. Yeah.
Okay. In this talking, I can realize that you really love this industry. You really love what you do. You really love MLM. Which brings me to this question. What do you love most from network marketing?
The thing I love most is...
And what do you hate most from network marketing?
I love... One part of network marketing, which I wish I do more of now, is when I get to meet people, one of the exercise I do is I ask them a series of questions, right? Like, if you're in this business, do you want to make a little or a lot? And everybody says a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll say, what for? And I like to do this in a private setting. Okay, it's an emotional journey. And they will answer. And if you do this correctly, many of them really open up, and some of them actually tear, right?
Yeah.
Because they will tell me what for. And when they start sharing with me their life, what they want, I start painting a picture of what they want. And I'll tell you a story. When I was building in Slovakia in 2008, I think 2007, there's a gentleman that shared with me his dreams, right? He had a young daughter. She wanted to see dolphins, right? And he separated a wife, and his goal is for his daughter to see dolphins. And as he was sharing with me this story, he started tearing. And I said, look, this is the system. I'm going to help you. So one thing I always do is when I meet people and when they share with me their dreams, is a bubble above the head of their dream.
Okay.
So everyone who shared their dream, there's a bubble. Like on top of your head, I know your bubble,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So what I love the most is when I see people's bubbles and their dream becomes a reality. Like with Marcel, in the beginning, he shared with me the apartment he wanted to get. Then he got it.
Yeah, true.
And then he got his house.
Yeah.
So that's why I teared when I went to his house, because his dream was an apartment.
Yes.
So that's why I teared for him, because his bubble I had for him is changed.
Yeah.
So what I love most is when I see people's bubbles become a reality.
Okay.
And the sad part about it, it is not all people that bubbles become a reality. And how that becomes a reality is on them. But people quit too soon. Okay. So that's what I love the most.
Okay.
What I hate the most is people taking advantage of people in this industry. That's what I hate the most. They use their position as a diamond, as a whatever, to take advantage of other people. That's what I hate the most.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Manipulation.
Manipulation. And, you know, I've seen so much of that, and I really hate that.
What's the difference between a leader who inspires or motivates people from a leader who manipulates people?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think
Is there really a slim line over there between...
yes and no. I think it's truly what they want for that person.
Okay.
If it's for self-gain
Uh-huh.
or for their success.
Okay.
If it's manipulation, it's for their self-gain.
Yeah.
If it's for their success, they should be selfless. Like if you look at me, right?
Okay.
And I'm not saying I'm all good and stuff, but if you see, I would sit with your team
Yeah.
till the morning comes up,
Yes, true.
right?
You have done it.
I've done it.
Yeah.
It's not for my gain. It's for the hope that the bubble that I see for them becomes a reality.
Yes, true.
So the line is, it's for their gain, not my gain. Manipulation is for that person's gain. So when the leader try to manipulate someone, it's because they're manipulating them for their gain. So I think it's the difference between who's winning, who's gaining.
Okay.
If it's for that person, it's for themselves, it's manipulation. It's for the other person, then it's for the
Motivation. Okay. Oh, wait. Well, you've been here for a while, I mean, in this industry, and you have a lot of success, and you have seen a lot of ups and downs, and people go like super success and quit and all the stuff. But this is like a discussion that people are having right now in social media, in all the podcasts, in all the things with the entrepreneurs with more experience. And this is the question. Which generations works harder? Yours or the new one?
My generation, of course. Gus, what are you talking about? My generation.
Why?
It's a different kind of working. I guess our generation, and you said this too, we work old school way, meaning that we needed to learn skills.
Okay.
Like literally how to shake someone's hand, old school, how to close. The new generation is more digital, more like today. You said to me, this girl was walking and the boyfriend or husband took a 3-second video of her just walking.
Yeah.
And you said, that's crazy. He'll just post that and have millions of followers.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of work, right? So the work is shorter, but could be leveraged more, right? So depending on, if you talk about physical work, our generation, if you talk about leverage, your generation, because you can get to more faster. So that's why for us, physical is more, but leverage is you guys because you can reach more faster.
I was reading one of the authors that I follow, and he was putting like, let's get your ass off, work hard, because if you say that raising your business is hard, you have no idea what is the war, because what is hard is being in Gaza or being in the middle of the war, or meeting, looking at your father and your mother dying. That is hard. Yeah. What would you tell to your kids if they get depressed because they get bullying in their social media?
First of all, my kids have no social media. The kids, the school that we go to do not allow kids to have social media. So if
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. If my kids have social media, they're not allowed at my school.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
which is
in
a good
that
policy.
case,
But social media is a double-edged sword, because I think it could be important to be connected with your friends.
yeah,
But if you use it for the wrong reason, it could emotionally hurt people, right?
it's true. It's true.
I was also following someone that talks about all this, and people. Was just actually 3 days ago. This gentleman was talking on podcast about people say, "Oh, I want to be vulnerable in my life today." So they'll go on a podcast and say, "You know what? I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to tell all of you that I'm going to be sorry," and they'll speak to a camera and post it, and that's being vulnerable. But that's not being vulnerable. Being vulnerable is meeting a person one-to-one and saying to the eyes, "I'm sorry I hurt you." That's being vulnerable.
Yeah, true.
But nowadays, being vulnerable is posting. I'm going to be vulnerable today. I'm going to share with you. But that's not being vulnerable. This is
BS,
posting.
BS.
This is posting the world. So yeah.
Okay. So now you told us you started your own company. Thank God I met you. I start with you. That has been my best decision in business so far. And this is the question: what is easier, leader or owner?
Leader. I mean, dude, like I'm telling you, being an owner. Okay, so I knew it was going to be hard. So when Natina and I started, we said we want to go.
But you knew it.
We knew it was going to be hard.
Okay.
We knew that for sure. So we went to Natita's parents and said, "Hey, we want you to be part of the ownership, because one thing I've always believed in is don't think you know everything if you don't. Seek help." So we went to our in-laws, right? Then we go, "Hey, we need more help." So we went to Sophia, right? And the five of us, even with the five of us, it's still, we knew it was going to be hard. And now 5 years later, Gustavo, it has been super hard. Like, it's way harder than I thought it was going to be. Like, seriously, super hard. And I look back at some failed companies, and not that I know why they failed, but I could see that it has been so much pressure on that one or two owners, because with the five of us, and we work well together, it's been extremely difficult, right? We have like 150 employees and all that stuff. It's so difficult because we have big expectations for this company.
Yeah.
Our goals are so high, and we just want everything to be perfect for you guys, right? So it is so hard because we're thinking for you guys, and we're also thinking from this side because we're networkers, right?
Yeah.
So while we're thinking over here, if we do this, I know what you're gonna think here. So we have to be like ping pong both sides. So like we're fighting with ourselves. You know what I mean? So if we do this in corporate, then we come over here and we're like, they're gonna do. So it's kind of like it's crazy. So our brains are fighting with each other constantly.
And no matter what, somebody complains every time. Yeah.
So it's so hard, but we've learned a lot. I grew about 50 years older in the last 5 years. But you know what? Every time we come to events like this, and
it's worth it.
It's seeing the new leaders, the new winners, people just succeeding, like Kathleen Cowles buying a new land for the house.
Yeah.
That just makes me go, amazing. Going through your beautiful mansion, saying that just one decision that Natita and I said yes to 6 years ago.
Yes.
That changed the lives of hundreds of thousands of people.
Yes, true.
Amazing.
True. Which brings me to the next question. So if you knew it was going to be harder, why did you start your own company?
Being obedient to God. He told us that what you got to do. When he said that to us to do it, because honestly, I quit network marketing for my third time. 3 times I quit network marketing. Okay, 3 times. But what brought me back to it, when I quit for the 3rd time, I said, I'm never doing this again because it took everything out of me. I'm going to go back to real estate, open a restaurant, investment, anything but network marketing. But I had no peace in my heart, right? And when God put in our heart to do network marketing, it just felt right.
Okay.
You know, like, when you put all the puzzle pieces together, it felt right. It's like when I met Natita, I knew she was it. It just felt perfect. And when this came to our heart, we knew it was right. So just being obedient and just say, let's do it.
Oh, cool. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And we never lose. Our family never lose.
Oh, that's good. That's one of your beliefs, and I am pretty sure is your reality.
We never lose. We never lose.
Why?
Because we never give up. We fight. And, Nat and Chanita, especially Chanita, if you see her, if you get into her mind, she always find a way. One of our beliefs is, winners find solutions. And we always find a solution. We always fight. And I think one thing you'll have here at By Design, the owners are the biggest fighters for the brand ambassadors, which is kind of weird, which is cool, I think.
And honestly, when I know you and we start talking and you share with me the concept that you were going to launch and everything, that was really aggressive and really ambitious in that time, putting all together in one environment. Like, before you guys, we in network marketing only have travel companies, nutrition companies, product companies, trading companies. But you were the first one who said, okay, we're going to put everything together. When you told me that you were going to do that, for me, it was like, okay, this sounds too good to be true. I really hope it's going to be true. So let's do it. And thank God it was true. And you did it amazing. And now I'm really happy that we are like the example for all the industry, and all the industry is doing the same. And honestly, I have to say that, and I'm going to take advantage of this podcast to tell you that you saved the industry, because in my concept, this is what we needed in the industry. And I'm happy that not only in our company, but in all the other companies, people can have that option now to pivot to different products, etc. But what is pretty cool about you guys is that you are always ahead, like 50 steps before everybody. Today you launch a lot of crazy stuff. 4 new products in 3 months is crazy. But what is your vision with By Design? What's going to happen with BD? Where are we going? If someone is looking at this and he's thinking, okay, Chad, why should I follow you? What should I join you? What would you tell to a leader? Why?
Here's the beautiful part about the vision I had. 6 years ago, Natina and I said, we know that people around the world is different. People in Asia is different than America, America different than Europe, Europe different than Latin America. Even within Latin America, people from Chile different from Ecuador different from Colombia, and so on, right?
Yeah.
And with that being said, we needed leadership to see what is in trend.
Mm-hmm.
Today, you talked about what we launched. But what you don't know, in India, we launched 4 different products as well.
You're kidding me.
Yep.
Not possible. How?
For their marketplace.
Oh, shoot.
What's in trend for them.
Okay.
I like to learn from successful models, right? And 6 years ago, I looked at Amazon, right? $1 trillion company. Everybody knows Amazon. Like I said earlier, follow leaders. When you said, people listening, if you're stuck, I said, number 2, follow real leaders. So I looked at real companies. Amazon's pretty real. What did they create? They created a network distribution company. Amazon USA, Amazon UK, Amazon Australia, same Amazon. But guess what does Amazon Australia sell? It sells products that is catered to Australians. Amazon Australia, USA sells products that's catered to Americans. Amazon UK sells products that's catered to people in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, it's true.
By Design USA sells products that's catered to people in America. By Design Ecuador has products catered to Ecuadorians. We just launched a product only for Ecuador. By Design India has product catered to only Indians. We just launched a product called Black Water. And that Black Water is a special product that Indians love. That's not available anywhere else but India.
But India, okay.
So
that must be a lot of work.
It is a lot. That's why we have 150 employees. Go find a company that is 5 years old, that has offices and have that many employees, because when I do things, I have to do it right. I'm not playing around here, guys. I'm creating a legacy company that the future of By Design, and when you ask me that question, is the future of the trends, because I've said this earlier. I mean, I said this many times. Guys, we talk about residual income in this industry a lot. Listeners, if you've been in the industry, you probably heard that a million times. Your ears is probably tattooed with that word, residual income. But residual income needs residual customers.
Yeah.
And
true.
In network marketing, the products doesn't change.
Yeah.
And customers don't want old products, they want new products.
Yeah, it's true.
So this is what I tell people. If you have kids, when your kids turn 18, let's say your kid's 10 right now. In 8 years, does that 18-year-old want to sell a product that's 8 years old? No. That kid wants to have products that's cool in 8 years when they turn 18.
Yeah.
Guess what? 8 years from now, when they're 18, whatever's cool, By Design will have it.
Yeah.
And if By Design will have what's cool in 8 years, you have residual customers. When that kid has kids in 18 years from now, whatever's cool in 18 years will have it. So we'll have products that can create residual income, because I've been saying residual income for the last 26 years, that now that I look back was probably lying to people. How do you create residual income if people don't buy products that is cool? And that's one of the reasons we created By Design. So my vision is to now really fulfill what all network marketers have been saying, residual income. And how am I doing that? By creating products by design for people.
Cool. That's amazing. It's true. It's pretty true. Okay, Chad, well, so far we've been talking for more than 1 hour and a half, and it's been amazing. And we're almost to finish this, but we have a little segment called The Ugly Truth. So in here we're going to talk the truth. So I'm going to do some awkward questions, and you can answer yes, no, develop, whatever you want. Okay?
All right.
All right, so let's do it. Is the sex important for you in order to get success?
Say that again.
Is the sex important for you in order to get success?
Sure, why not?
Okay. How many times per month do you have sex?
What? More than enough.
Okay. What has been the most selfish decision that you have ever made in your career?
Most selfish decision. Okay, most selfish decision is making events in cities that I want to travel to. That's a good one. So Gus, if you want to go to a city that you've never been to, build a team there.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
I love that.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay. Anytime has been rumors about you?
Rumors about me? No.
No?
No.
Oh, cool.
Because as you know me, I'm a straight shooter.
Okay. Okay, many successful entrepreneurs have dark secrets. Do you have one that you want to share?
Dark secrets. Let me think. I'll share one, but let me think of one. Okay. Dark secrets. Yes. In my last company, because we're so successful, they thought we were building one leg. They thought we're giving volume. So anyone who thought that I was fake, I showed them my back office. I showed them every single check I earned. My first check was like $150. My second check was $0. I showed them where I made $100,000 a month, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. I showed them every single check, every single volume, every single country. And because I showed them the truth, they joined me. So the best way to show if you're fake, you show them back office.
Cool. What has been the most amount of money that you have made in one single year?
$10 million.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
What has been the worst year that you have made as an entrepreneur?
Oh, close to $0.
Oh, shoot.
That's when we made a lot of money
Uh-huh.
and we spent more than we made. The first million we made, we spent 1.5.
Shit.
That's being dumb. That's
Yeah.
being dumb.
Yeah.
Very dumb.
Yeah.
Because one of the things in network marketing, you think the money doesn't stop, but it stops if you're dumb.
Success often requires personal sacrifices. Have you ever had to choose between your career or your family? Did you have to handle that situation anytime?
Yes. Unfortunately, I had to go through choosing between a company or family. I truly believe that I needed that company. I did choose that company. And my family was not happy. For 1.5 years, we were not happy. But I made the right decision. My family saw that 1.5 years later, joined me, and it was amazing after that. But that 1.5 years was very bad.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you have any guilty pleasures that you haven't shared with anyone?
I like to eat ice cream with nuts.
Okay.
So Natita will tell you that every time I go to ice cream store, the first question I ask is, which flavors has nuts?
Okay. Is there any competitor, colleague, or downline that you can simply can't stand?
Of course.
Why?
Because some people just like just don't get it. You know, but they just don't get it. Like, you just want to just love them and say, please get it. You just want to shake them. You just want to wake up, but you just want to give them so much love. But just please, but they mean well. They mean well, but you just want them to please get it. But you know what? They made a decision to join your team, right? They're there. They want a better life. They join your team, right? So you just want to help them, but you just be like, how can I help you? Right? So I've but they made a decision to join your team. So you have to help them, but please get it.
Do you have someone in your head?
Of course, I have a few. I'm more than one. I'm not talking about today, this company. I'm just talking about the past.
Yeah, of course. Okay. All of us have been in major and we have made tricky things to get some rank. Have you ever done something tricky, or what has been the most tricky thing that you have ever done in your career?
Most tricky thing is, I've set my rank before I've achieved it, right? When I've been prospecting, this back in the day, I'm a diamond, but I haven't been a diamond yet, right? because I wanted to try to elevate who I am. So I was trying to fake it, right? So in my immature before, I realized you shouldn't fake it. So there was saying, one of my wrong mentors in the past, they keep on, fake it till you make it. Which now I don't believe it. Don't fake it, like, don't fake it. Fake it till you make it, wear a fake Rolex, whatever, right? But the people you want to attract, they know if you're fake.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? So that was a bad mentor. So yes.
Something that you really feel proud about?
The success so far from so many leaders, I think all our crowns have a new house. Some has 12, right? But I'm really proud that one thought 6 years ago has created this much success, but in my blood, it's only 1% so far.
What are you most proud about in your personal life?
Outside of the business, right?
Yeah.
I get to spend time with my kids. Like one of the things I do is I take my kids to school every day. No matter how late I sleep from all the work I do, I take them to school every day. Because growing up, my dad lived in a different country. So I walk to school by myself. And I don't want my kids to feel that. So in my personal life, I'm really glad that I get to drive my kids to school every day. And I get that private time every day with them.
Something you regret?
Something I regret. I don't know. I don't think I regret. I cannot think of anything I regret because my mindset and the team, we just work to our fullest. Like we just got a mission and grind is the wrong word, but it's a picture of what we do every day. We just grind, but it's not a grind. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We just work every day. We just push our limits every day. So there's nothing we really regret.
And just to finish this great podcast, and thank you very much for your time, Chad. This has been amazing. What could you say to the young generation who are starting to make in business, who are starting to be an entrepreneur? What would be your advice for them in order to achieve a massive success that you have done?
Number one is look up. Okay, what I mean by look up, too many people is looking down on their phones. Okay, look up, look for real success, stay busy. What I mean by stay busy is that I feel that too many people who taste success feels that they reach success. One of the leaders I was talking to today, they shared with me a story when they first met me 4 years ago. He said to me that when they first met me, he was at his highest income, which was, I think, 25 or 30,000. And what I said to him was, that's nothing. I need you to make 100, 200,000. And that opened his mind up, that it was achievable.
Yeah, cool.
But he was ready to settle. Don't settle. Because I want to lift up your mindset. Because the person who makes $100 a month, think differently to make $1,000 a month. Think differently that makes $10,000 a month.
You always say that.
$100,000 a month.
Yeah.
$1 million a month. So if you're in the business of helping other people, you got to raise your limits, raise your bar. So keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Right? So for the young people out there, guys, look up. Work with people. Not virtually, physically.
Okay.
Meet them. Right? Real results. Keep busy. Keep busy. And never give up.
Thank you very much, Chad. And this was Chad Chong, the owner of By Design, one of the biggest entrepreneurs worldwide and one 9-figure mentor. So, guys, if you learned something from him, you have to comment, you have to like this post, and you have to keep sharing with all your team because, trust me, this is going to serve you and this is going to work for you to skyrocket all your results. Thank you very much, Chad.
Thank you, Gus.